it's just broken pieces of me. I don't know why you pretend. No, I don't wanna.
Yellow. Hey, welcome back to another cleaning video. I just finished washing all of the dishes, the dreaded chore of the day, and now I am cleaning out the sink. I just wanted to get this nice and scrubbed down. I was going to, well, I cleaned up the kitchen first, and then I was getting ready to cook some dinner. So I like having a clean, I cannot cook in a dirty kitchen. Like, I just can't. If the stove is dirty, I can't do it. Like I mean, I'm not saying the floor and everything, like how I cleaned it today, but as far as like having a dish full, girl, I cannot. It's Monday. Okay. It's Monday. A sink full of dishes and the stove dirty and all of that. No, because you're just going to create more dishes, and I would rather just get them out of the way and cleaned as I go while I am cooking. And I just really like cooking in a clean kitchen. So happy Monday. It is a new week. We made it to another week. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. We're just going to be doing some cleaning and resetting and giving you some good motivation for this new week coming up. I hope that your Monday went as good as it can go. I know Mondays are like the dreaded day of the week, but I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you are taking care of yourself. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's jump into the video.
At your party, seeing you right next to somebody. Why do you keep on trying to when you know what we shouldn't do? Even though that I want you, why don't we go figure it? Yeah, 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 yeah. Out on our own. Yeah, I know what we said, I still think we should figure it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Out on our own. I just hope that we'll be okay. It's so difficult to see. Whatever happens is meant to be. Then you'll ask me what is wrong, and I don't even know how to answer. It's time to put an end to our chapter. Why do you keep on trying to when you know what we shouldn't do?
Filled up my bucket with just some hot soapy water. By the way, if you hear snoring, Rex is right here by my feet just snoring away. And I am going to wipe down the dining table and the chairs. And when I tell you, oh my goodness, it is so much easier to wipe down these chairs. Like, it's just a breeze, and it is a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Making things easier for yourself is definitely a win-win. I mean, I still don't think that these chairs look bad. Yes, I do love the previous chairs that I had, but it was just too hard to manage. It really was. And another thing that I really love about this is that I can actually flip the chairs on the table, which is amazing, so that I can sweep really well and mop really well. And I don't have to keep on playing like musical chairs, because that's what I had to do with the previous chairs. They were fabric if you are just tuning in, and I did buy them used, and I am just going to be selling them because it was just too much. It was too much to clean and too much to manage. And they were pretty heavy. So, I mean, A, the cleaning part. B, I couldn't lift them on top of the table. So anytime I swept, which was very often in the kitchen and I guess this is kind of like the dining area, it's all connected, but in the kitchen, it was just a nuisance, and especially mopping also. Like, I would have to move the chair, then mop in that area, then move it back, and then move it back into its place after I was done mopping underneath and all of that jazz. And it's just so much easier. These chairs are just so much easier to clean, and my life is easier, and that is all that you can really ask for, right? So.
Even though that I want you, why don't we go figure it? Yeah, 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 yeah. Out on our own. Yeah, I know what we said, I still think we should figure it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Out on our own. I just hope that we'll be okay. Nothing here will be the same again, 'cause I know this pain, I'm better off alone. that all I ever wanted to was still see you smile. Why don't we go figure it? Yeah, 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 yeah. Out on our own. Yeah, I know what we said, I still think we should figure it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Out on our own. I just hope that we'll be okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa. Out on our own.
I got plenty of laundry done today, pretty much all the laundry for the week, so that was good. The stove needed a good wipe down. I was trying to show you how it was looking. There were some stains and gunk and everything else on here. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I still try to at least wipe the stove down after like every day, before the night is over, before we go upstairs and like call it a night. But I just wanted to get it nice and cleaned and wiped down, which kind of really didn't matter because I ended up frying up some burgers and I did put the lid on, but it just like splattered all over the place, which is kind of annoying. But I did think about grilling the burgers on the grill, but I just didn't end up doing that. They would have tasted better. I love charcoal grills. Like gas grills I mean, they're all right, but nothing compares to a good charcoal grill. In my opinion, it just gives it so much like a smoky flavor, and I absolutely love it. Like I've always pretty much had charcoal grills. Did I used to have a gas? I think maybe, no, I don't think I did. I've always had charcoal. I think actually, no, I take that back. Like when I was super, super young and I lived in an apartment, we couldn't have charcoal grills, which is dumb. But yeah, I had like a small gas grill, but that was pretty much the only time that I had one. Like charcoal grills are legit. Y'all, did you see? So I was watching football this day. I had like my screen here, which I was watching it, and then I was watching it on the TV, and I was going back and forth and back and forth. And I am just, at this point, it is like my team is such booty. Like we lost like big time, which I already knew was going to happen, 44-10 to the Texans. And it is just, it's just sad at this point. It's embarrassing and sad. And I promise, if they don't make some coaching adjustments, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, if you didn't know. And if they don't make some coaching adjustments and start firing people, it is just going to be even worse. And in my opinion, I really think that Baltimore is just wasting Lamar's prime. Like, I don't know. Some people say, so he's out right now. A lot, like the entire team is out. There's so many key players that are out, which really, I mean, you have to take that into consideration, but isn't an excuse. If you look at the Niners have a bunch of their key players out, and they're like 4-1. So, and we're the opposite of that. We're 1-4. But a lot of people were saying that Lamar like faked his injury because he's out with the hamstring injury, which honestly, if he did, I don't even blame him. Like at this point, I don't even blame him because we're just straight up trash. Like, so I was watching this, and I turned it off after the second half. I was popping in and out just to see if we made any, if the score changed at all, and it really didn't. It's just it's an embarrassment at this point. But I was watching football, the other games and everything, so I was having a good time doing that. But I was just gonna say, did y'all see the sentence that was given to Diddy, which is y'all, absolutely ridiculous. Like, I love, one of my guilty pleasures is keeping up with like beef, like celebrity beef and like hip hop beef and stuff like that. I've just always really liked that. And I was definitely following this Diddy trial. And I think it's absolutely crazy that he only got 4 years, which is going to be, he's only going to serve 2. I mean, with good behavior and all that, he's going to be out in 2. And this dude, yeah, I don't know if y'all have kept up, but there's just a lot more than what is being said that was actually going on. And he's just, in my opinion, just straight up evil. But I also saw on the news today that there's a bunch of people that are stuck on Mount Everest. Did y'all see that? Like, and they're sending in rescue crews, like crazy. I think climbing a mountain for like 40 grand, I think it's like $45,000 or something like that people have to pay to actually climb that. And there's very, very, very little success stories. Like, I watched a little bit of a documentary a while back about that. I love watching documentaries and stuff like that, just about different things. I love learning stuff. And I, when people climb that, they're literally like climbing over DEAD bodies, like, because a lot of people do not make that climb. And I just think it's absolutely insane to put yourself through that, and to know that, you know, the success rate is extremely low, and pay that much money. I don't know. It's crazy. And then there's so much trash up there too. That's crazy, because people don't, like, you're supposed to, when you go hiking and things like that, you're supposed to, you know, leave with what you brought and take your trash out and all of that. And a lot of people just don't do that. But it's crazy. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, but I just thought that was super interesting. And I don't know, I'm hoping that everybody makes it out, but crazy stuff. I would never pay $45,000 to climb a mountain. I mean, I guess some people have, you know, different goals and things like that, but anyways, I threw this load of laundry in the dryer. For some reason it said, I don't know if I accidentally pushed a button when I was folding the towels, but it said self-clean, which I mean, I know that it didn't self-clean, because I started it and I watched it start and everything. So I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, I got most of the laundry done, and then I am going to wipe down the countertop, which I already did, I think. Sweep, and then I'm going to mop these kitchen floors.
I need to step back. Constantly online, causing me setbacks too. Every day see so many people doing the things you do, and they're doing it better too. Whoa, whoa. Feels like, why should I even try, when there's always some other guy who's way ahead of you, but makes it look easy. Why would they need me? Oh, I hear it now. I'm just being needy. I try not to envy you, to get angry you do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence, but you always do it better than me. I just wanna be loved like you.
So I still definitely want to get a rug underneath the table here. I have been looking at some round rugs, and I really haven't found anything that I love. I think I want to do something with some color. I think that'll make it, you know, pop a little bit in here, give it a you know, not too crazy, but a good amount of color. I did think about going black, but I think that'll just be too dark. Like, I try not to go too dark and make everything look closed in, but some good color I think will be a good idea. And the countertops are granite. They're like I know they probably look brown, but they're like a taupe color. It's like taupe with some blacks and a little bit of grays. And so I've been trying to just like move away from doing everything so white, like, you know, everything white and gray and all of that. I know the bottom portion of the cabinets, it's a taupe color. I think that's actually what it is called, is just something taupe. And I recently replaced the knobs in here, which I think looks so much better to the black knobs instead of the silver. This mirror that's on the wall, I actually thrifted that a while back. I painted that white, and then I did the corners like a gold accent. I think what I'm going to do is actually paint it black, and then I'm going to get some gold rub and buff and make it kind of look like antique-y, if that makes sense. I think that'll look so much better against the white walls. And I've just been thinking about doing so much. Like, I have been thinking about maybe painting in here, doing something like more of not just so white, like, I don't know, maybe like an ivory or like a beige or something like that. I think would look cute in here. But there's just so many things that I want to get done. And oh my goodness, the carpet in the living room and the stairs, like, y'all. So on the last video, I believe I was vacuuming the living room, and I used the bigger vacuum. I used the Hoover, and right where the hardwood floor in here meets the living room, it was like starting to fray a little bit, the carpet, and now it is like really bad. After using that vacuum, like, it completely pulled it away from the ground, and so now it is like, it's just like exposed and completely like detached. So I ended up hammering down the nails because obviously, you know, that's such a high traffic area that we always are just walking back and forth and back and forth. And so I hammered down all the nails so that we wouldn't cut ourselves. And then I ended up putting a piece of tape there to kind of just push it, you know, keep it down temporarily. And we have been like going back and forth because we do want to get some type of good quality flooring in the living room and also on the stairs. So the stairs that go, that are in the front room, those are the only two areas that we have carpet. And we've just been going back and forth on whether or not we want to do that ourselves. I mean, I know that it's not too difficult to lay flooring, but the stairs is really the tricky thing. And also, I'm not sure if we actually feel 100% confident doing it, if I'm being honest. So there's nothing wrong with, you know, when we do want to start saving for that. And there's nothing wrong with when the time is right, is like getting a professional to get stuff done, especially if you don't feel, you know, comfortable doing things yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, if you do 100%, like which we try to do, you know, it saves money. So that is something that I'm all for, but I don't think there's anything wrong with hiring a professional if, you know, you don't feel comfortable or you really just want to get it done right. And flooring is something that is very, very important. Like there's a lot of things that people don't do correctly. There's, you know, things that can go wrong. And so I'm excited to pull out the carpet. It's carpet, and I've been wanting to get that done anyway. I do want to also get these floors like in the kitchen and the front room refinished. That's something that I've been just like dying to do. But the carpet will be the number one priority, you know, versus doing this. And I'm pretty sure this will be a huge project, but refinishing the flooring won't be, you know, I feel like as bad as like replacing, I don't know, we'll see. Like I'll definitely get some quotes from some people just to like do price comparisons and things like that. I always do that whenever we do a big project. I just think it's super important. But anyways, so the kitchen is nice and wiped down. I did wipe down these back countertops when I did the dishes, so we're good with that. And it is the next morning. So y'all, it is cold today. It's like 55 degrees and it was super gloomy and it's supposed to be rainy all day, but honestly, it's just a nice little break. So we are supposed to climb back in the 80s, but it is pretty chilly today. So I removed all the plants here on this plant cabinet. Look at these cute little plants. So this is a variegated string of hearts, and this other one here is a string of turtles. I did have a huge plant of this one and I ended up killing it. Hubby actually bought this for, not this one, but he bought me this same plant a while back, and it's a succulent and they require a lot of light. But those two little plants, the lady that came and bought the IKEA shelves, the white ones, she actually gifted those to me. And then this is a heartleaf philodendron. I grew this from cuttings and look how full it is. Like this is how I strive for my plants to look. I love a good full, like top heavy plant. You know, I don't like it when they look bald headed, but if they do, you can definitely fix that. Just clip them and, you know, and propagate them, reroot them, and then, you know, you can just plant it all in one pot. But we're going to get this nice and clean. So I took everything off. You can see here, I don't know what the heck, little man had his little paws here, grease paws and everything else. And although this doesn't look bad, it was super dusty. I was trying to show you, and it did have a lot of like watermarks and everything else for me watering throughout the week. So we're going to go ahead and get this cleaned. I'm going to do some plant chores and, you know, just feeling good and getting it done.
I just want them to see me too. Just want to be the one they choose. Yeah, I just want to be loved. That's really, really cool for you. Yeah, everything you do is cool. It's kind of unbelievable. It's also unachievable, yeah, almost inconceivable. I'll never do it like you do. And I know I'll grow in a host for me. But stuff that comes easy, and I've tried almost everything, but it just hasn't worked yet. I try not to envy you, to get angry, you do it better than me. I try not to hate myself, to lose confidence, but you comparison, cause it makes me feel lesser than striving for perfection, thinking somebody will see me then. No, don't get me wrong, really want everybody to succeed, but can we start with me? Like, why was it her and not me? Why was it her and not me? Wish someone could redesign me, to not have the style to find me. Why was it her and not me? Why was it her and not me? Envy is gonna blind me. Why was it her and not me? Better than me. Try not to hate myself. Lose confidence. I just wanna be loved like you. I just wanna see me too. Just wanna be the one they choose. Yeah, I just wanna be loved.
Can't put too much pressure on this glass because there are little stoppers that are in the corners and everything, but I just feel like if I'm super heavy handed, and so I try not to be super heavy handed on these because I just feel like they can pop out of place because they do kind of move, and so I tried not to be. But this is my Sansevieria, and I don't know what's going on with it. You can see there's a couple leaves that are just like falling off. There is some new growth in the middle, so that's always promising. And then this is my Philodendron Brazil. This is way overdue for a transplant to potting mix. You can see the roots are like just crazy. And then this is my pothos. This is gosh, what is it? Is it a pothos? I'll put the name on the screen. It's escaping me right now. But there's so many different varieties of Sansevierias and pothos and philodendrons. Like there's so many different ones. So I ended up removing, when I'm trying to look at what's wrong with the plant, that's the first thing you want to do is look at its root system. Like the very, very first thing. This was definitely in a pot that was way too big, like way too big for the root system. That one leaf right there just fell off. Usually like plants do go through kind of like a dormant season, or whatever you want to call it. They also go through like a growing season, and so sometimes when they do get like a bunch of new growth, they will die. Like the older leaves will kind of die off, and so I'm thinking that maybe that is what's going on with this one, because there is a lot of new growth in the middle. So I think just the older leaves were just kind of dying off, because I did look for plant pests and I didn't see any. I'm definitely still going to treat this for plant pests, but I did move it to a smaller pot, as you can see here, which is just going to be so much better. You always want to do like maybe 1 or 2 inches bigger than the actual root system. If you do something that is too big for the plant's root system, it'll definitely get root rot when you water it. So I went in with the next plant here. Like I said, this is way there's nothing wrong with it, but you definitely don't want it to grow like when you're propagating it. Once it gets to like this portion or even smaller than this, as far as the roots go, you definitely want to pot it up and water. And what I've noticed is that if I let it propagate in water too long and I move it to potting soil, like sometimes it will die, because plants do get like shock, like transfer shock and things like that. And so when it's used to being in, one type of system and you move it to something else, it can definitely go into shock. So these roots were a little bit smaller. As you can see, they're a little bit taller. So I put them in what is this, maybe like a 2-inch pot. So that was deeper. So that would, be better. Now this isn't as full as I'd want it to be. But I decided to just transfer it to the potting soil so that I wasn't waiting too long. I'm hoping that it will get a little bit fuller, but if it doesn't, I do have other propagations that I can add to this that'll, definitely make it fuller. But I saved this potting soil because there is nothing wrong with it. And these plants do not have plant pest. If you do have plant pest, do not just throw the potting mix out. Now I'm going to use this enriched powder, and I've been using this lately, especially when I pot up my pot up some new plants. I just pour a little bit on here. It does say the directions give you the amounts to use, but I I mean, I just poured it there. So I just took a little bit on my fingertips and I put it in the potting mix, and then I took it in the bathtub, and I am going to give it a good drink with some fertilizer.
Keep my hand in the fire. Won't learn my lesson till I let it burn, but never lose my desire. Had it from the moment that I felt my first love. I knew I'd never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof.
This is my Scindapsus exotica, and it definitely needs some more potting soil. So this is another philodendron Brazil. I grew this one from cuttings, and it is really full. She is super thirsty, and it's getting long, so I definitely need to prune her. So I'm going to do that. But the Scindapsus is like, once you start watering your plant, especially if you're top watering, eventually a little bit of potting mix will start to go. Like it goes with the water. So eventually it will, you will have to replace some of the potting mix, and it definitely was super empty. Like just needed some more potting mix. So I ended up pruning this Brazil, and I am going to root the cuttings, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to backfill it with some potting mix, and then I'm also going to give her a little trim as well. But this plant is just so beautiful. It's not a pothos variety. It's similar to it, but these are extremely like hardy plants. They are very hard to kill, and they're super easy to maintain and have in your home. And I just think they're just so beautiful. I love plants. Like, it is definitely my hobby, and I absolutely love it so much.
But it pleases the truth. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh. My inhibitions fade away. Can't think with my head, my gut won't let me change. Try to deny, but you beg me to taste. If I end as the loser, it'd be worth the game. Cause I can never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. Always on my heart like a tattoo. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. Swear every time is the last time I let you get up under my skin. I wanna let the ink dry, but wanna try till it's right. Here we go again. If I am love and love is I need you more than I would admit. Please be kind to me, baby. Like a weapon, you slay me forever. Connected like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh, love's a tattoo. Ooh, just like a tattoo. I'll always have you.
So I'm just going to vacuum down this couch really quickly. I do need to do a deep clean on the vacuum, like clean the filters and everything like that. Those round pillows, I'm going to get rid of those. I probably will end up, I don't know, either donating them or selling them. They're pointless. We don't ever use them. I bought those a while back, and I don't know. I probably shouldn't have bought them. I just thought they were cute, and so I mean, it's kind of pointless. Plus, this couch is not big at all. This is a click and lock futon that we had in the spare bedroom. We originally bought this for the spare bedroom, but I ended up moving it down here when I bought this rug because I thought that this couch matched a lot better than the couch that we now have in the spare bedroom. But I would eventually like to get a bigger couch in here. Like, this couch is really small, it's tiny, and I would love to get myself a nice leather couch in here. Maybe something with like a kick out ottoman, kind of like what we have in the living room. I think it'll really tie it in together. Leather is just so much easier to clean and maintain, and I actually really like it. Ever since we bought the leather couch in the living room, I really do like the leather. I mean, really the cleanliness of it is it's just so much easier. It really is. You just wipe it down and that is it. You might have to do some conditioning every, now and then, but other than that, it's so much easier to clean than a fabric couch. But this area is it's nice and clean. I just wanted to do kind of like a retouch in here and get some of the plant chores done that I've kind of been putting off. So I was glad that I got that done. I did do a couple more plant chores as well. I potted up a couple more plants, but other than that, everything is clean. Thank you for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.